2010-2011 Barclays Premier League season kicked off this weekend, coming up the best of the action. Tottenham and Manchester City began the season in Saturday's early kick-off. Roberto Mancini chose Joe Hart ahead of Shay Given in goal, and it was a decision that was quickly vindicated. Hart was outstanding in the first half as Tottenham battered City, but they couldn't find a way past the New England's #1. Given cast an envious glance. Hart was saved by a post in the first half. City hardly in it, though they did improve when Adam Johnson replaced Sean Wright-Phillips. Gareth Bale had a great chance to win it at the end, but squandered it and finished goalless. Blackpool's first season in the top flight of English football in some 40 years began in spectacular style. The first ever Premier League game ended in a 4-0 win at Wigan. Gary Taylor-Fletcher got Ian Holloway's team on the move, and Marlon Harewood, signed only on Thursday, made it 2-0. Harewood then added a second. This is his first Premier League start since late 2008. A dreadful beginning to the season for Roberto Martinez and Wigan. Fourth goal late on from Baptiste, with an assist from Chris Kirkland. An incredible start for Blackpool then, 4-0 winners. The champions picked up where they left off last season. They put 6 past newly promoted West Brom at the Bridge. And they won the title with an 8-0 win against Wigan. Scott Carson helped them on their way. His fumble allowed Florian Manu-utd to get the first away. Hat-trick on the last day of last term. Same again this time around for the Ivory Coast international. Not a happy return to his old club for Roberto Di Matteo. Manu-utd finished the scoring with number 6. Chelsea very much the team to beat again this time around. Aston Villa began life without Martin O'Neill with a 3-0 win against West Ham. A good start for Kevin McDonald and his caretaker reign. What is in all likelihood James Milner's final game for the club. West Ham helped them to the victory with some calamitous defending. Terrible start for Avram Grant, his first game as Hammer's boss. Stuart Downing tapped in to make it 1-0. The second goal came from Ashley Young's cross, headed in by captain Stilian Petrov. The third from Milner, a farewell gift perhaps. He should join Manchester City in the next few days. Sunderland let slip a 2-goal lead against Birmingham at the Stadium of Light. Bruce against his old club, and he saw his current team go ahead. Stephen Carr gave away the penalty. Darren Bent dispatched it. Lee Catterall, who'd been running around like a headless chicken, was sent off a minute before half-time. Then Stephen Carr's day got even worse. An own goal to add to the penalty he conceded. Birmingham did snatch a point late on then. 2 goals from defenders, Scott Dan, and then 2 minutes from time, Ian Ridgewell given the credit for the equaliser. Wolves began their second successive Premier League season with a 2-1 win against Stoke City at Molineux. Kenwyne Jones making his debut for the Potters, but it didn't last very long. He limped off with what looked like a serious injury. From then on, Wolves were in the ascendancy. A quite brilliant goal from David Jones, one who's been practising on the training ground. Came down the lead. And then a less pretty one from Stephen Fletcher, but they all count. Fletcher off the mark for his new club. Abdoulaye Faye pulled one back. Held on to win 2-1. Blackburn beat Everton by a goal to 0 at Ewood Park. Fairly tepid encounter this one. Changed the dreadful mistake by Tim Howard, inexplicably dropping the ball. Nikola Kalinic scooped into the empty net. An uncharacteristic mistake from the American as he signed the points. Point for Mark Hughes in his first game as Fulham boss. Hughes selected David Stockdale ahead of Mark Schwarzer in goal. Schwarzer linked with a move to Arsenal, but Hughes says Fulham don't want to sell. His deputy more than played his part in securing the draw. And finally, a new start for Liverpool under Roy Hodgson ended in late disaster. A 1-1 draw against Arsenal. They should have had all 3 points really though. They were reduced to 10 men just before half-time. Joe Cole's Liverpool debut cut short. Just after the break, David Ngog smashed them into the lead. The lead they held on to until a minute from time when Pepe Reina threw a Thomas Rosicky cross into his own net and finished 1-1. And finally, a comfortable win for Manchester United against Newcastle. 3-0 the score on Monday night. Goals from Dimitar Berbatov, Darren Fletcher second half, a brilliant goal from substitute Ryan. 3-0 the final score.